talk is money, honey. All we talk is money. All we talk is money. It's like bees to the honey. Honey, money, honey, money, honey. It's the SOSCAST, baby.
Welcome to the SOSCAST, only here on Valuetainment. Apologize for running late today, but this is show business, We can't wait for friends. We got to get this thing started. We're going to be having some guests joining us soon. Welcome to the SOSCAST, the sexiest financial podcast
in the world.
Thank you, Nat.
You're welcome.
This is where finance meets romance. Boom. Mm-hmm. My name is Adam Sosnick. You can call me Sos. Yeah, thanks, Nat. And why are we here? We remind you guys every single time because we want to see you get paid, laid,
and do it your way.
Is anything wrong with that, guys?
No.
Here's your chance to speak.
Oh.
Okay.
He's like, no.
With that being said, guests on the panel today, two girls, one blunt, who have been on the show multiple times. Shocker alert, potheads are running late for the show.
Uh-oh.
They will literally be here at 4:20.
Hi,
you can't make this shit up, guys. You can't make this shit up. Will you be here at 4:15? We'll be there at 4:20. No shit, okay.
Makes sense.
Expected. We have Naomi Hernandez, the lovely Naomi Hernandez. She's back. Model.
Yay.
Somewhat shy. Piss her off, though, bro. She will bite. What's new with you, Naomi?
Not much. No.
Sick input. Love that. Kali.
Yes.
Don't call me Callie. Kali.
I'm okay with either, actually.
Fontanilla.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Who do people tell you look like?
I look like myself.
I love that person. I love that person. But nobody else?
No, actually.
Okay. You came here with your husband. He came here with a dog. I had to kick one of the two of them out. So your dog's still here. Your husband's fucking boot. Out of here, Josh. Just kidding. He's in the back taking care of the dog. You're working to save America's kids from the unhinged left.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
I was a 15-year public school teacher.
You were?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And
Middle school and high school.
What happened?
The world went crazy.
Yeah. So what, you quit the job?
Yeah, I quit, which I didn't want to do, but I couldn't teach online anymore in California.
You were living in California.
Yes.
The best governor in the world, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
Allegedly a lizard person shows up, and you just couldn't take it anymore during COVID.
No.
How bad was it?
10 out of 10 bad.
Okay.
Wow.
I was going to give it a 12 out of 10.
Yes.
Okay, you underplayed it. So what, you were teaching in the public school system, and what was like the tipping point? Where, like, I'm getting the fuck out of California.
They wouldn't even shut down the school, and we had to bring in porta potties. So imagine, like, our toilets weren't working, and they don't shut down schools.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, we're going to shut down the school over this virus that no one in our city even got yet. So it was nuts. It was really nuts.
You know, there's reactions and there's overreactions. They were the epitome of overreaction.
Yes.
Anyway, this isn't a political podcast. I know you didn't bring your MAGA mask today, but we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk money. We're going to talk dating. We're going to talk relationships. We're going to talk networking. We might even talk to Natalya Delvalle if she's got a good attitude today. How you feeling?
Got a great attitude today.
That a girl.
Phenomenal.
Oh my God. What's new? Anything new?
Yes. If you didn't make the announcement already, we will be doing another raffle today. We will be giving away tickets for the Fresh and Fit live event we're going to be having here on June 2nd. So make sure you guys get your tickets if you don't win today's raffle. And we'll do the same thing as last podcast. We'll do super chats with $5 or more. Once we hit 20, we will put it in a wheel of names, and then we'll spin the wheel, and the lucky winner will win their tickets. I actually sent out the tickets to our other winner. He was super excited. We'll see him there. I'm excited to see you, Todd. Something? I forgot what it was.
We todded.
We hope to see you again
in
today.
tickets.
We hope to see you again today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super excited. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the SOSCAST, Valuetainment Money, because we've got a lot of exciting things to talk about today and in the future. So without further ado,
couple updates. Obviously, Friday, June 2nd, live event here at Valuetainment Studios with Fresh and Fit. I've been on the phone nonstop with Myron, with Walt, figuring it out, who's invited, who's getting kicked out, all the details. You'll see for yourself, live event. Friday, June 2nd, live event here, Fort Lauderdale podcast, 6 to 10 p.m., so nighttime, sexy vibes. Angel the DJ is going to be there. Ficky. We're going to have some lovely ladies. We're going to have some cocktails, cigar lounge in the back. If you haven't got your tickets yet, they are selling out fast.
Yes.
I think we've got a handful of tickets left. Go get them at the website. Can we put the website up? 5990liveevent.com. Thank you for that addition, Nat. I would have forgot the .com without you.
You're welcome.
This is why you need a female sidekick, guys. They remind you of those .coms. 5990liveevent.com, and that's where you can get your tickets. You're going to be managing the super chats.
Yes, I'll be reading
Despite
chats
what
today.
people say, you're going to be reading all the super chats.
I'll be reading all
the
of
good,
the
the bad,
chats.
the ugly.
All of them.
And then the raffle we'll do at the end.
Yes.
And someone will win 2 free tickets
Correct.
to the event. Fresh and Fit made a big announcement on their podcast yesterday. And they had Sneeko on and another dude who was just out of his mind, funny,
10,
hilarious,
yeah.
controversial.
Yeah, it was great.
John, I believe it's John. I forget his name, but dude was hilarious. Nat.
Yes.
I just want to address something real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
The last podcast we did, Tuesday,
Yes.
your friend MLD
Yes.
was on the podcast. And there was an incident at the end.
Yeah.
This is on script. You didn't know I was going to bring this up, but
no,
you know.
But that's okay.
But there was an incident at the end. Some people were calling it a setup. I had zero clue
I know you did.
of what was going on here.
Yeah, I think we all
I don't know
were
what
a
you
little
and Angela had worked out
Right.
on the side.
No,
I
there
think
was-
here I'm going to give my interpretation.
Okay.
And then you can give your response.
Okay.
And we'll get into the show.
Cool.
You ladies are like, dude, how am I getting caught up in all this nonsense? Don't worry, now you're part of it. So MLD, who's been on the show multiple times, I'm totally cool with MLD. I've got 0 issues with MLD. I don't think he has 0 issues with me. We're good. Why would I invite someone on the show I have issues with? We're totally cool. We're good. We're on the same page. But you and him have had some issues. I wouldn't say anything major,
No.
okay? But you guys, he's done some videos about you. You've said some things about him. Again, not a big deal.
Okay.
But this is on you. You know, people are like, control your bitch, Saz. Like, tell her. I'm like, listen, she's a grown up. She works here at Valuetainment. Go ahead, grab that. We got people breaking in right now. And you're entitled to your own opinions.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're right. Sometimes they're wrong. Sometimes they're delusional. Sometimes they're accurate. Like, you know, that's life. 2 girls, 1 blunt just showed up. Girls, use the restroom real quick. We'll be with you in a second. Just smells like weed in here now. Hi, ladies. Didn't smoke. You fucked up. But anyway, Angela obviously took issue with some of the things that MLD said. If you guys didn't watch that episode, go ahead, rewind it back. Here's my 2 cents. I'll give it to you, then we'll start the show.
Okay.
MLD did have a hard out at 6. People are saying, oh, he walked off, he stormed off. No, he did need to leave at 6. All good. I respect what he does. He is also a controversial dude. He meaning he'll say some shit, stir some things up. He admitted that he goes into chats and trolls. That's on him. So people are saying you should have come to his defense. Listen, MLD's a grown man. He can handle himself. People are saying you shit on him. Not at all.
Yeah.
I'm good with him. He's cool. He knows where to find me. We're in touch. I'm good. But you and Angela had an issue with him. Angela specifically, you kind of came to her defense. What happened in your world?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't have an issue with the guy. I think he's creating an issue for content, and you know, people make content for that, and that's their opinion. And if that's what they want to do in the world, that's up to them. But the only issue that really was taking place, and Angela decided to address that today. I mean, on that podcast. And because she brought it up, and she did bring up the hit piece that he did on me, I also became a little bit defensive because I also want to be, you know, I want to defend myself if I feel like I'm being attacked. And
did you feel like you were defending Angela? Did you feel like you were defending women?
I feel like I was
she on the
defending
attack?
women, and I would feel like I was defending the people in this space who really do find it very valuable in the content that's given. But now it's becoming that, like, it's becoming mean, and it's becoming bullying. And it's such a shame that this could be a space where we are really influencing men, and we are really influencing women to listen to this content so that they can be better women for the men, and vice versa. But now it's turning like toxic, and it's becoming like you want to fat shame, and it's okay. Here's the thing. You could have owned it, and it would have been done, and it would have been a viral clip for, you know, him. But when you come to you start to deny what you did, I have a hard time to respect that. I respect somebody who says what they say, they believe what they believe, and in the end, you stand by what your word is. And that's okay if you're a little bit unsure, you didn't really mean what you said. But at the end of the day, I was looking for you to own up what you said, and that's what it was. I don't have an issue.
He should have just said,
yeah,
and I'm cool with Angela,
yeah.
And I don't think she's fat or overweight, not a thing. He should have said, this would have been a boss move. Yeah, you're fat, and what are you going to do about it?
It would have been a viral...
I would have been like, that's gangster ass move,
yeah,
MLD.
It would have been a viral clip that would have went viral, and that I totally respect that. But the issue that I have is that you go do these things behind the camera, you type up in the chat, you put me all up in like the titles and your short clips, and you do all that, but in front of my face, you want to be my friend, and you want to hug me, and you want to hold me. I'm good. I don't need that. I respect your voice. I respect what you do for your community. And can I be honest, Sos? I really do. There's something about him that I really do feel like he wants to help men. And
no doubt.
No doubt. And I see that, but then he does like sour things like that, and I'm like, you could have had also a realer audience and women even be on your side as well. But when you do that, it kind of discredits all the work that you do. So I don't have an issue with him. My thing is like, own up to the things that you do. Listen, we've had other people in here who have done the same thing that he has done, but they treat me like they talk about me. And I respect you for that. I don't need you to be my friend. I don't need you to agree with me. You can call me delusional. You can call me whatever you want.
Okay.
But my thing is, own up to what you do, and I will respect you, and I have no issue. There is no issue about you having your voice and freedom of speech. That's what we value here.
I'll tell you, speaking of value here, I'll tell you the one thing I love about America. I love this platform, what we do. You and I can disagree. Yeah. Like, I like MLD. I think he's great.
Yeah, I don't.
You're not a fan.
I'm not
I don't really give a shit.
him.
You can say that all you want.
Yeah.
Like, people should say like, control your girl. She can't. She has. It's like, you're entitled to think what you want to think.
Yeah.
When you say things that are good, I'm like, yo, credit to you. When you say things that are completely delusional, I'll G-check you to your face.
Correct.
All right. This is what we do here. Anyway,
I do want to say that if it definitely caught us all off guard, so I apologize, especially to you, because you were very shocked and like how is this happening right now? And if she felt like it was the time that she wanted to correct that, and she brought up certain things that involved me, so I also felt like it was time for me to say something about it. But at the end of the day, it wasn't ill will to cancel him and ruin his career and do all those things. It was just like, hey, you did this, own up to it, it's done. Let's keep it pushing. Yeah. That's all.
And I think he admitted he did make the comments about her being overweight, it's not like...
In the end, but this could be a very good learning point for him. He can really come to a place of, I'm going to own up to whatever it is I said, and then, move accordingly. So...
All good. Anyway, MLD, look forward to setting up the debate with you and Angela Knight and Nat, if you want to be on the female side of things. But again, I'm cool with MLD. I think most of our audience is cool with MLD. Mm-hmm. Some people thought that he won. Some people thought that he lost. I'm not here to fucking pick winners and losers. You guys figure it out for yourselves. He's a grown-up. You're a grown-up. You guys hash it out. Maybe we'll do a mud wrestling match. Who fucking
You got
knows?
beef with the major baseball league?
What's that?
You got beef with the major baseball league, Nat?
No, the ML, not the MLB. This girl, she's want to get gangbanged by an MLB team. Sorry about that.
I mean, depends which one.
Yeah, anyway, MLD, you know where to find me, holler. Anyway, back to the show. Thanks for addressing that. 2 girls, 1 blunts in the house, arriving fashionably late at 4:20. Was this planned?
No. But
all right, give me 1 second, Adam.
Be.
Yeah.
Where's mine?
Much better.
That was it?
That was
You
it.
see to chug something?
Traffic, but
Have you met the ladies yet? You've met Naomi?
Hello.
Have you met Kali?
I'm Jamie.
Hi,
All right.
I'm Emily.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Anyway, there's a lot of female energy going on right now, so let me give
Yeah.
a quick shout out to our sponsor, just so I can feel like a man again, and then we'll start the show. Shout out to Turkesterone. It's a testosterone, and I've been taking it, and I feel jacked up. Yeah, in a good way, okay? So I think we all know, we've addressed this many times, how men are becoming more feminine in society today. This is not an opinion. This is not like a dissertation. There's actually facts. There's multiple stats out there about men drop 1% of testosterone for the last 40 years. So there's a 40% decrease since the 80s. Why is this the case? Why do people want to push men being weaker? Obviously, we know that governments want to push this so that they can be more controlled. You know what happened in California recently. Control. Once you give the government control, all hell breaks loose. So, but it's not just the governments, it's also some of the stuff that we consume, specifically the plastics, right? Whether it's the plastics, water bottles, packages, products, plastics release, wait for it, estrogenic chemicals. They talk about toxic masculinity. That's pretty freaking toxic. So no wonder men are becoming more feminine with all this estrogen that's going on. To speak to the actual points, testosterone levels have been declining since the 80s, rate of 1% per year every year. Again, that's 40% over the last 40 years. Researchers call the change, ready? Wait for it, alarming. Researchers, from an evolutionary biology standpoint. Dylan Mulvaney is now a masculine man these days. Unfucking believable. So how do you fight back, gentlemen? Well, you can do it the normal, traditional way. You can work out, you can lift weights, get in shape. You can go out there and run, get on the beach, get onto the park, kick some ass out there. You can get good sleep, right? Sleep is a major factor. You can get sun, look good. I need to get some sun. White boys, shout out to the white boys out there. But you can also take testosterone. So I don't know if we have an image up there we could show real quick. Joey's on the 1s and 2s. Here's some of the benefits of testosterone. Boom. Increases testosterone, increases strength, increases lean muscle mass, improves recovery, helps with fat loss, and decreases stress. Sometimes I'm stressed the fuck out. Take a testosterone. Now, it's like I just took an edible, but like a good kind of a thing. All good. It's basically steroids without the nasty side effects. So that's their words, not mine, but I'm not an advocate of steroids. There we go. So Black Forest testosterone is the most direct defiance to all the nonsense you're seeing out there, the feminization of men, and it overall helps you become the best and most masculine version of yourself. By the way, you can get 10% off if you go to the website blackforestsupplements.com/value, because it's Valuetainment. You get 10% off. So shout out to testosterone for helping men be men again. Let's make men men again. You into men or women?
I'm into both, baby.
Hell yeah. You into men or women?
I like a little bit of A, a little bit
No,
of
Mike.
B.
This is society these days. You into men or women?
Men.
She's into men. I'm into men. It's a feminine woman right there. Kali, you're married. Are you into men
Oh, yeah.
or dogs?
Men.
Okay.
Dogs are my lovers, but men are my...
Hey, I'm just using your words. Nat, what are you into these days? What kind of man?
I'm into real men.
Real men? Like a man like MLD?
Yes.
Definitely not.
Oh, that's fucked up, man.
Shout out to Angela for keeping calm during that situation, by the way.
All
I
right,
just
listen,
wanna
you're
say
sticking
that.
up for your lady. I'm sticking up for
I
my
just
man.
wanna
We'll
say
meet in the
that.
middle.
Shout
It's
out
all
to
good.
her.
It's all good.
Yep, it's all good.
I can't wait to
Shout
hear
out
the
you,
tea
Angela.
after.
Anyway, let's get this show started. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being live with us. We're giving away two tickets to the Fresh and Fit live event, June 2nd. Submit your super chats. Nat, you know that she's been improving her reading. Hooked on Phonics worked for Nat. She's going to be addressing some of this stuff. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the sub. Like the goddamn video, and let's get this party started. Anyway, this past weekend in Miami, as you guys know, maybe you don't, was the Miami Bitcoin conference, okay? I was there. I attended. We ended up interviewing Tulsi Gabbard. After the event, all of a sudden you like that. All of a sudden you like that. Okay.
I was getting bored.
Okay. All good. So we ended up interviewing Tulsi. Here's a quick little video from that event. I want to get your guys' opinion on where you think Bitcoin and crypto is going. Joey, play the video if you can. Here's a poll that I did. Conference. Whole lot of stuff going on. What are your guys' thoughts on Bitcoin these days? Is it going to the moon? Is it a fraud? Is it going down? Let me know your thoughts. All right, so that's a poll right there. By the way, Joey, can you put a poll up whether we think our audience thinks Bitcoin's going to the moon or if it's going bust? We just had Michael Saylor on the podcast. He owns literally like $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. I don't know if I'm underselling it or overselling it, but it's a shitload of money in Bitcoin. Every time he comes on the podcast, PBD podcast, you know what do? I go buy another Bitcoin. Straight up, every single time. So now he's been on 3 times. I have at least 3 Bitcoin, but I had some from years earlier. I'm a big believer in specifically Bitcoin. I own some Ethereum. I don't own any of the shit coins that have been circulating on the internet. But I do believe in the power of Bitcoin. I also believe in what is known as asset allocation. So I have all my cash. I would say 90% of my money that I've made over the years is all in investments, Roth IRA, 401k, index funds, ETFs, mutual funds. And then I'll take, 5% of the money that I've made, invested in something like Bitcoin. Ethereum, I buy REITs, real estate. We're getting someplace, ladies. Hang tight. But these are the types of things that you need to do with your money. Anyway, so Miami Bitcoin event, it was actually a scaled down event this year. Last year, fucking Logic performed. There was rappers, there was concerts, there was events. This year was just like, let's get back to business because everything went boom, boom to bust in the last 12 to 18 months. We all know that. It had a sky high of, I think it reached 69,000. 70 Bitcoin, 16. Of course, Emily's gonna. Of course, Emily. She hears 69, laughing. Of course. But you know who else is not a fan of some of the crypto scams out there, and some of the stuff that is circulating on the interweb is your guy's good friend Andrew Tate. So he did a video about this on the heels of the Bitcoin event. So I want to play this video. And we can have a conversation about crypto, Miami, Tate, all the above. If you want to chime in, great. If not, I'm not afraid to speak. Kali, you don't even know the Bitcoin conference is, but you know who Andrew Tate is.
I do.
Okay, let's roll this video.
Yeah.
We got to hit the volume, baby.
Because these are people who
Start it
are
over.
afraid of hard work. Crypto Twitter is full of losers. It's full of losers because these are people who are afraid of hard work, who want to make money for nothing. And even if they make money, they have a 0% net positive impact on the world, which is actually quite difficult to achieve. For you to make money in the world, usually you have to help somebody in some way. If I become really rich through making bricks, then at least I provided someone with a house. If I become rich through restaurants, I fed somebody. You have to help people to make money in most realms. If I were to say to you, make as much money as you can while absolutely positively helping no one at all, you'd have to turn to crypto. Because these dorks sit there, scam each other all day, bots, garbage, launch degen coins, be a bunch of idiots, promise to have the world, I'm gonna tokenize toilet paper, and it's got utility, and there's an NFT, and you can join my exclusive project, and we're all a community, and let's all type in the Telegram all day, and we're all gonna help the world. And really, you help fucking no one.
Cool, Joe.
Even if you make money, you manage to make some money while positive.
All right. Tate, clearly a fan of crypto.
Big
He
fan.
loves it.
Actually, as the video continues, he did actually establish that he's like, I do believe in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Essentially, was the same thing that I believe. But some of this other stuff is absolutely nonsensical. What I would say is 10 to 20% of it is actually useful, tangible, and it has a utility. And then the other 80% or so is shitcoin. So, ladies, not that I'm asking your advice on crypto or Bitcoin, but
Because we're just dumb girls.
Like,
yeah, yeah. You took the words
I
out
like
of
it
my.
when you talk
that's not,
down
that's
to
not
me.
what. That's not where I'm at. But you live in Miami. You live in Miami. You live in Miami. You live in Sarasota now. There was an article in the Miami Herald recently about how basically everyone that was in the crypto scene evaporated, left Miami. And I've seen this in the real estate market in 2008. I've seen this in the tech boom in the early 2000s. I've seen this in now the crypto in 2020. They make their money, fast money. All of a sudden, boom, things go bust. They get the hell out of here. How much partying were you doing during Miami Crypto Week? I did run to you at the white party. We had some fun.
Yes, we were doing interviews.
You know, you're in the modeling world. You're a hot mom with a dog, or a hot wife with a dog. You have kids?
No.
Okay. Maybe after the show, you and Josh, back room. What? Her husband's here.
Yeah.
What's your experience with some of these crypto guys, these crypto dorks that are out there?
I feel like I haven't talked to many. I mean, I've invested personally, so I have some like Bitcoin, not a lot. I have Ethereum. I made like 15K on Dogecoin, so I feel like there's.
Dogecoin.
I still made money, but I don't meet a lot of men who do it. And if I do, it's like their whole life, and I don't like that. I feel like what Andrew said, there's some truth to that, where it's like they're just so focused on crypto and nothing else, and they come in and I don't know.
They go in and go out.
And
You're not
then they
into
go
the
in and
TikTok
go
world.
out, yeah.
Emily, when you meet the crypto dorks out there, what do they say to you?
Okay, first of all, Adam, I love nerds. I'm going to just start off by saying I don't understand crypto. I don't understand anything about it. But if there are any men who do, feel free to slide into my DMs.
Plug.
We did go to a couple of Bitcoin events this week, and it was interesting. Some guy approached us and was like, do you want to buy my T-Rex? And I was like,
Oh,
is that like
yeah.
a euphemism for something? Are you trying to show me your dick? And he literally whipped out his phone and showed us a picture of a T-Rex in like an exhibit in his house.
his
So he
bones.
was like, do you know anyone? I'll give you a cut of the profits. I was like, I don't know a single person who wants a T-Rex, dude.
So it was not a euphemism. He wasn't pulling down his pants. He actually had a T-Rex.
He
for
was
you
like,
to sell.
I made money.
Why
on
is he going to
crypto.
you to try to sell that T-Rex?
I just look like somebody who's really into museums.
But what I want to understand is, so Tate is very vocal about this. He's basically, they're all dorks, okay? What was your experience, or like, what's their vibe from these types of guys?
It's very like, it gives me LA vibes, like kind of cliquey. I feel like the guys are kind
Pretentious.
of nervous to talk to girls, but I like nerds, so it's like, okay, shh, baby, I got you.
So you're approaching them. So it gives you LA vibes. Well, Kali over here is from LA.
Well, that's all men now, though. I've heard that men don't hit on women anymore that much. I mean, I haven't been hit on in like 20 years. Since I'm married, I
man.
put off that vibe,
You
right?
gotta go to construction
Yes.
zones in Miami, girl.
Because I
You'll
want to
get
know
hit
what
on.
it's like for you guys, though. Like,
Yeah, we definitely get
yeah,
hit
but
on.
but young men, like Gen Z, young boys now, they're not
Yeah.
hitting on girls. They're too scared.
Well, you know who can
They
speak
slide
about
in your
this?
DMs.
Yeah,
Our
exactly.
friend Naomi is 19.
Yes.
She's 19. You are the
I'm
definition
41.
of Gen Z. I know that you're very loud. You're very vocal.
Yes.
Do you
so
think
much.
that whether it's crypto nerds or whatever, or just men or young men in Miami, that they're more feminine, that they're shy, they don't come talk to you? What's your experience?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I haven't had much experience with those type of guys.
What do you have experience in?
I don't know. Mostly like douchebags.
Mostly like douchebags.
Yeah.
So
Me
where do you
too,
meet
girl.
these amazing douchebags?
Huh?
Where do you meet these amazing douchebags?
Well, I lived in Tampa for a while. It wasn't great.
So how would you define a douchebag?
Very cocky, insensitive, kind of only thinks about themselves.
That doesn't sound like they're afraid to come talk to you, though.
No, but that's just like, oh, Jesus. That's just like, it's like they put on a show.
Kind of like crypto. It's a big show.
Facade.
Next thing you know, Dogecoin doesn't exist.
I saw that attendance in Bitcoin went down like 33%, just like F1. Attendance went way down. They were trying to sell tickets at like a huge discount because people just weren't coming out for it.
Well, it's called discretionary spending, and we covered this on the podcast a couple weeks ago, whereas I highlighted that who are the best economic indicators as to what's happening in the markets today, and if there's a recession, is it prognosticators, is it financial advisors, is it Jim Cramer, is crypto bros, finance bros? And the answer was strippers, because they're the ones who are on the ground, they're on the streets, they're doing guerrilla marketing out there, and they know if men are coming in and tipping and making it rain, or if they're like, sorry, baby, I don't need a lap dance. This is my last penny out here. Just need a freaking beer. So there is some truth to that, is that people are spending less and going to these events less. And that's essentially the long and the short of it with the crypto event. Did you go out to any crypto events?
I did not, unfortunately.
Where were you hiding?
What was I doing? I was doing something. Oh, it was my mom's birthday. So I spent the weekend with her.
Happy birthday, D.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mom. Love you.
Okay. So any input on the crypto story that we got going on here?
I think it's something that people who are in that community, they feel like they have a place, so they become really engaged, and the outside world becomes like invisible. It's not my thing. I mean, I commend them for being like all in what they're doing. I think if you're gonna do something, like be number one at it and do. Isn't that what our Warren Buffett said? If you're gonna do something, be number one at it.
Yeah.
So I think they are doing that. It's a space that's not really winning sometimes all the time. But I mean, hey, find your thing, do your thing, and be the best at it. That's all I really have to say for them.
All right. Just remember, past performance does not guarantee future results,
Correct.
future returns. So just because crypto or a certain Dogecoin went to the moon doesn't mean that it's going to stay on the moon forever. It might come back down to Earth, okay? Anyway, I'm giving you guys a C+ for your answers this segment. Possibly even a D-, but I'm just being generous today. But I feel like the next topic, you're going to bring some value.
I can bring up the grade.
What's
I
that?
said I can bring up the grade.
That's
So
my girl.
if you meet a
Kali.
man that's into crypto, he needs to know, and this is not trying to be sexual, he needs to know when to pull out
Ooh.
and diversify and invest in other stuff.
Okay. So So now I know what to do. Anytime I need a better response,
Extra credit.
I need to challenge you a little bit. Give you
I'm
a low
a teacher,
grade.
I know.
You're a teacher. That was a little extra credit for us out there.
I don't like when men use reverse psychology to try to get me to prove myself.
It works on you every single time, Emily.
Well, I haven't sucked your dick, so clearly it hasn't worked good enough.
Yet, bitch. Anyway, thank you for the offer. I'm gonna decline, but you keep trying, girl. You never know. You never know. Speaking of sucking a rich man's dick, let's talk to this next story.
What is the
A
next
rich
story?
housewife shares the worst part about marrying a millionaire. So, you know, there's this whole conversation these days about high-value men and successful men and men of status and men who have who've got it going on. But this lady, like a true victim, shares the downside of marrying a multi-millionaire. So we're gonna go through the list. I think there was 8 things that she highlighted. Let's play the video and have an overall discussion on this video. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Scared of getting robbed? Okay.
You can play the video. It's fun.
Always having
The music.
10 on the top.
Anyway, clearly she's married to a traditional American man based on that video, right?
Yeah, definitely.
No, clearly they live in Dubai. But we're using this as, again, an economic indicator for us Americans out here to have this discussion right there. Clearly they're probably living in Dubai. Habibi. Shout out to my Dubaians. Yeah? I got to get out to Dubai this summer. So here are the 8 things she said. I'd like to get your women's opinion on this, and then obviously I'm going to give my input as well. So number 1, she's scared of getting robbed. Okay.
Fair enough.
Number 2, she always has to look a 10 out of 10 at all times. Okay. Number 3, remember these things. She eats too much food because, you know, living good, you're eating good. That's just how that works. Women want her man. I get it. He buys her too much stuff. Oh, poor girl. He just buys me too much shit. Unbelievable. Number 6, they're always traveling and she's tired. Okay, now I'm really starting to really get annoyed by this woman. Oh my God, my job is to travel with my rich husband and I'm so tired. What a victim. Anyway, the food is always a show. Like, it's an elaborate, amazing production at these amazing restaurants. Man, it's really tough being with these millionaires. And he never lets her drive because they have a driver or he's driving. Okay, I have so many things I want to say to this woman. But anyway, ladies, you tell me, I gave you these 8 things that are so horrible about marrying a millionaire, high-value, rich man. What stuck out to you the most? Jamie, I know you're pretty logical, so what do you think?
That you took that seriously.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, she's kidding. She's just rubbing it in everyone's face. Yeah. I would say the one that stood out to me the most, though, was having to be ready all the time. That's probably why I'm not with a millionaire. It's not the only reason.
But you know how they say with every joke, there is some truth behind it. You know this. There is, you know, behind every great comedian, whatever they tell a joke, there's definitely truth behind it. I did stand-up comedy for years. You're a stand-up comedian. Like a lot of this.
Really.
You're a satirist.
Yeah, I do satire. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, sorry for fact-checking you. You're not a comedian. You're a satirist. Okay. Got it. Thanks for the differentiation. But you understand that even when you're making the jokes about being woke and all that, there's a lot of truth under it.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, truth and comedy.
Of course. All right. So what do you think? What was your biggest, so your number 1 takeaway was what?
Having to get ready all the time.
Having to look good all the time.
I want to be in my comfy clothes. I have my favorite sweatshirt. I'll wear that shit 5 days in a row.
You will never wear sweatpants around me, ever.
Good thing we're not dating.
What's your biggest takeaway from these things that they were talking about here? Since there's truth in comedy.
I think you know the whole 10 out of 10 thing. I think every man is different in what they need in their woman, and maybe he needs all of the fancy stuff. But like my husband, he just wants my hair down, and you know, not a bun. So there's, you know, I guess and that is kind of, you know, you do have to put yourself together for your man. I firmly believe that you should do that.
Well, okay, so obviously we'll use this satire. What is the downside to dating a super successful, high-value guy? Is there a downside in your mind?
I would be just disappointed because honestly, I like going out to like trashy food places sometimes. Like, I don't know. Everyone in Miami talks about Flanagan's. Like, I
love
like,
Flanagan's. If you talk shit about Flanagan's, I boot you off the show right now.
No. All right, listen, sassy pants. We're okay. This is
Okay,
a
I'm
safe
sorry.
space. This is a safe
Guys,
space.
I told you I've been taking terkesterone. I'm heated right now.
You're
I've got a lot of testosterone.
We can feel
You're
it.
okay.
Thank you. All right.
We're safe.
I'm admitting it. This is what
I love
testosterone looks
greasy
like.
food, Adam. Let's fucking go to Flanagan's, dude.
We're on the same page. We might go to Flanagan's after this.
I
Play
have
your
a comedy
cards right.
show. Sorry.
Play your cards right. I get you 10 chicken wings on the house. Okay. Nat, what's a downside to dating multimillionaire?
I mean, it's a lifestyle. It's not just like you're dating someone that just pays your bills and that's it. Like, it's a lifestyle that you choose and you have to upkeep. You know, if you're gonna pick a man that's this millionaire man, it comes with, you know, doing all the things that she said. Like, yeah, like, oh, she sounds like she's complaining, she's bratting, but it does take time and effort. And you know, when you do that as a woman, you know, you give up everything else that you want to do for yourself. So there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's just a lifestyle that, you know, you have to understand. It comes with taking time and energy, and that's where it's going to go towards. So I think it's a matter of figuring out, like, do you want that life or do you not want that life? I don't think it's necessarily like a horrible thing, but I think it just depends on what woman wants that and is okay with everything.
You know how guys out there get catfished?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Like, you meet a girl online and then, like, it happens in real life and you show up, you're like, who are you, buddy?
That's what's happened to me.
Right.
It's happened to me too. Real bad.
No, I mean, like, the girl shows up and you're like, I don't.
Guy shows up with like a wig. You're like, wait.
You got
guy showed
you
like
got hatfished.
50 pounds heavier.
Okay.
Ever been catfished financially by a man?
Yeah.
You got catfished financially?
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh, yeah.
Some guy was like trying to date me, and I was like, no, we have to take things slow. Like, I'm not trying to rush into a relationship. And he was like, I want you to move in. Like, I'll take care of you. Like, all of this stuff. Fast forward 2 weeks, like, he's broke.
Damn.
I'm like, why would you lie about that?
Sounds like a crypto bro.
It sounds like a crypto bro. He
He's
probably lost it all in fucking Rogan coin.
Rogan
or whatever
coin.
the new thing is.
Yeah. Well, the reason that I bring that up is because talked about being ready all the time, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. There's a lot of girls that you'll see. This is advice to the men out there. I can't tell you how easy it is for a girl to look really good. Like, if you go out and you put, like, you get, you know, come on, Emily, help me out. You put your things on, you get your makeup
They're
on.
already on.
All right, you get all ready, you put some high heels on. All of a sudden, like, you could be like a 5 at best, and all of a sudden you're in the club, you're drunk, you think that girl's an 8.5. It's like, wow, that happened real quickly.
It's dark.
Wow. It's dark, and next thing you know, it's
Flashing
like,
lights.
it's like you just took a man home. But what I will give credit to, some women are able to do this. Like, I'll never forget, I went on a trip. This is, I don't know, a year ago, I took a girl with me. Oh. And I'd never seen her, I've always seen her dressed up, done up. And she showed up. I picked her up in the Uber. Our flight was at like 8 a.m. I picked her up at like 6 a.m. She showed up, and she was just sweatpantsed out, no makeup, no nothing. And she starts apologizing. She's like, sorry, I didn't have a chance to do my makeup. And I actually got to look at her for the first time without makeup. And I was like, you're actually beautiful. Aww. You're actually very pretty. I'm like, if this is what I'm getting en natural, you're like, all right, I'll get that. So the point is this, for the gentlemen out there, many women can look good when they're done up. But when they take it all off, they let it loose, and they look good natural, you gotta consider, you know, locking that in, is what I'm saying. Because there's a lot of girls, when the thing and it comes off and it's just,
what happened?
Jesus, what just happened
comes
here?
off and you realize it's a man.
Yeah.
I hate when that
That's
happens.
happening now.
I hate when that happens.
That's why I think women shouldn't get too much plastic surgery and all of
Today
the,
especially.
and you know, because that's what these men are doing to look like women, and they appear very feminine.
Yes.
But they're actually men.
That's so true.
They're getting
Women flaunt your natural beauty.
Yes, especially today. I think hopefully there'll be more of a rise of like that natural beauty that's gonna become like the new
coming back.
I feel like it's
thing.
coming
It's coming
back.
back. All that clean beauty
All that-
trends on
yes.
TikTok.
I literally
it's
got
all
rid of my
natural
nails.
beauty.
I got rid of my extensions,
Yeah,
my
everybody's
eyelashes.
becoming a little bit more natural, and I think that's where like the real femininity is really gonna start to like spur. And I'm excited for that new wave of women that are gonna come out. And don't get me wrong, like if you want to go do plastic surgery and lipo and do your thing, but just know that you'll maybe competing with people who also do those things who are maybe a different gender.
Is it appropriate for a man to comment in a woman's face if she looks like a plastic lizard person?
Wait, say that
Yes.
again?
Okay.
I
I
think
think
so.
women need to
So-
be told.
For
that
sure.
that's
Okay,
bad.
thank you,
Yes.
Kali. Listen, you want to get some boobies done, you want to get some, some booties. Well, I get it. Women want to look good. But when you start looking like, have you seen Jeff Bezos' new fiance?
Yeah.
Scary.
There's pictures of her when she was young. I don't know if we can pull that up. Actually, very attractive. And now she looks like a full-on lizard person.
No.
Is it appropriate to talk about this?
I think it depends on your relationship with the person.
Yeah.
I was always taught growing up, if there's a comment you want to make about somebody's appearance and they can't change that aspect of their appearance within a minute, leave it alone. If you
I'm
don't
like,
have
talk
anything
mad
nice
shit.
to say, yeah, but you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings if you don't really know them.
But it's like, remember when every girl would do the duck face thing? Like, whatever, and,
that's
and
so
like,
bad.
whatever that, everyone was like duck, and then like
like,
someone
that
was
looks
like,
dumb.
and then at some point was like, all right, can we chill out with all the duck stuff? And then it became like a joke. There you go. Yeah, the whole, and then people were like, all right, enough with the duck. And now nobody does the duck thing anymore.
I do.
We were
So, like-
bullied out of it.
It got played out. It got old. The women messing with the face, especially women when they start reaching into their 40s or whatever, it's just not a good look.
I think you can do. You just gotta do it a certain way. I think once you start, I think it's something that can be very addictive. Like people get like a rush out of it. Like you see girls do their lips and like, I just like the feeling right after I'm done with my lips, and their lips are like this big. I think there's a way to like do your surgeries and your upkeep, but be mindful of like when you cross the line of like it's too much. I'm looking a little ridiculous.
Yeah. Also-
and the people around you who love you, they will tell you.
They
but
will.
Don't be offended when they do. So.
Well, men and women are different.
Would you
Okay.
tell a girl you have too much in your face?
Men will be truthful to the point where it hurts,
Oh, that's actually...
especially to other men, even to women. Women will straight up lie to your face
Oh, yeah.
and be like, no, you're a
Yeah.
10, baby, you look good. It's like, and then you go back and you're like, yeah, she's pretty fat. Like, I will tell a guy, like a buddy of mine came over recently. He came over in like fucking cargo shorts and like a t-shirt. We're going out that night. I'm like, buddy, what are you doing? Like, go, like, he's like, this is all I got. I'm like, get your fat ass to the store over here, change. I'm not bringing you out with me to a club in fucking cargo shorts. Nobody's gotten laid in cargo shorts since Nam. Like, get the hell out of here. Go buy some clothes. Like, you don't look good. And he's like, I'm right on it, Soz.
Oh, I like that.
And guys will do that to each other.
Guys
I
will
feel
do
like
that to women.
We do that to our friends, though. I'll be like, hey, that's not a
No,
flattering
girls
outfit.
don't. Yeah, you'll say that's not a flattering.
Yeah, this isn't doing
Girls
you
don't
justice.
want to hurt each other's opinions. And so the surface level of it, ready, is, hey, it's not a flattering outfit. Or, hey, maybe you could have worn something different. The reality of it is you should say, you're 250 pounds. You don't look good. You're not a 10. Sorry, Lizzo, you need to lose weight. Like, why are women not able to be as truthful as men? Why don't you tell me,
Well,
Kali?
I think there's a difference between like public cries, like basically talking in general to people, and just being like, hey, women, you guys need to stop doing all the plastic surgery. Like the Kardashian look, that's out. Let's stop, right? But one-on-one, you just got to know the person, because that could really destroy. I mean, women are so hard on themselves. Like, I know that's like, because I've lost 70 pounds.
You look great.
And I'm 41 as well.
Hell yeah.
All natural. But it is.
And I can
we
tell you
do-
haven't done anything to your face.
No.
You look good.
Yeah, I mean, I have to wear Spanx now and all that kind of stuff. But like,
Who doesn't?
but that's like, but it's like women will hurt themselves if they don't feel like they look good to other people. And I think part of it, that's the plastic surgery, is they're hurting themselves. I mean, that's very painful. Plastic surgery is very painful.
Now, is it rude if a man comments on things that women won't say out loud?
I actually had this happen the other day to me. Some guy that I'm hooking up with, he was like, Emily, you look way better without makeup. And I turn and look at Jamie. I'm like, what the fuck?
He didn't
did
say it
just
like
say
that.
to
He
me?
literally was like, yeah, I don't like your face with all that makeup on it. This looks better. And we were like, whoa. And I looked at her and I go, don't worry. It's
And what did you do when he said that?
I was like, you're supposed to say I look beautiful both ways.
Okay, that's what he's supposed to say, but he's actually being truthful.
Yeah,
He
he's just
is.
being
So-
honest.
And he actually was like, you need to tone down the makeup. And I was like, all right, thanks, Daddy. Noted. And then I toned down the makeup, and I'm like, wow, I look like an angel.
Yeah, okay.
That was good advice then.
So
It was good.
It was the way that, like, delivery is everything.
Yeah.
Right? And your tone of how you're saying something.
He didn't mean it in a rude way,
Yeah.
but
Well-
it still hurt.
I got you. And tone and delivery and the way that you say things is a factor. But if you can kind of be non-emotional, I know that's hard to do. If you can kind of be stoic and just take the actual advice and not be like, you're an asshole, I don't like the way you said that, and just be like, all right, my man, who I'm hooking up with, who I assume aim to please, is telling me this. Let me process this information, listen, and do something about it.
Well, you know,
How hard is that to do?
It's
my
really easy to
losing
get
weight was
defensive.
from a man like saying to me, "That's all you." Like I was sitting down and I had like this big old belly, right?
Yeah.
And this man was like, "That's all you," and I was like, "Yeah." So sometimes, even though that's super rude, right?
Yeah.
But
Damn.
look, but I wanted to show him, hey, I'm not gonna let someone, I'm gonna actually
Yeah.
work past that. And so
And look at you lost how much weight?
sometimes you just need a slap in the face.
How
You
much
need
weight did you
reality.
lose?
Well, it's between 60 and 70 pounds. I go
Yo,
up and
look
down.
at you.
I go up and down.
Golly.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And when he said it to you, it hurt your feelings, I assume.
It did, but it stuck with me, and I was like, I think you either take it and you let it break you down, or you let it be a fire to get better, which we all can do. right?
Okay. Does the truth hurt sometimes?
For sure.
Of course.
What are your thoughts, Naomi?
I mean,
What have you had to
worry.
deal with that was truthful?
been pretty your whole life.
Someone told you something that was the truth. You didn't fucking like it, but you realized it was accurate. What comes to mind?
I mean, that happens to me all the time. I'm a skinny girl. I'm tall, so it kind of makes it more intense. So I get told sometimes that I look like a toothpick. You just deal with it. It doesn't really bother me, to be
Yeah.
honest. I mean, I'm a model. It's kind of my job, but
Right. There's like you hit the nail on the head. Don't say things that someone can't fix. Like, not number one, you're
Yeah.
tall, you're gorgeous, like you look good, you're a model, like it's kind of your fucking job. Like, keep up the good work. So, but if someone is completely overweight, or they dress sloppy, or they're acting a certain type of way, right? Those are things that you can work on, right? So if it's something that you can fix, I feel like it's completely in boundaries to say something about it. Now, some people will, like, if I don't know you, if you don't know me, like, why are you talking to me? But if people in your ear, friends, family, coworkers, or whatever, it's called constructive criticism or constructive feedback to construct a better you, right? Okay, versus obviously there's a lot of hateful comments online, like throw that stuff out there. But sometimes even in the shitty comments out there, there's gonna be a comment that's like, that would hurt. But they were right. And you gotta improve upon that.
Yeah.
Okay. Jamie, you're looking like you wanna say something.
No, I mean, it all depends. I think some people say things to, like, especially if we're talking about girls, talking to girls and holding each other accountable or, like, letting them know what's up. Sometimes it's not a good intention behind it. So it really depends on who it is and how they're saying it. Like, some girls will make comments about your clothes or your face or your makeup because they don't like you. Like, they want you to feel worse about yourself. So they're bringing up things that might make you insecure or that they know bother you about your own body. So I think it's important to also take everything that people say to you with a grain of salt.
I love how we started talking about the downside to dating a millionaire, and we ended up talking about constructive
I
criticism.
don't think we've dated any millionaires. Have anyone dated? I haven't dated a millionaire.
I personally have not.
No.
My husband was broke when I met him.
I've gone
Yeah.
on dates
Yeah, he
with
worked at
millionaires,
In-N-Out.
but not dated.
Okay. Well, then that begs the next question. Would you rather? Would you rather date, and you're married, but, go to fantasy land again, be your satirist. Would you rather meet a successful man and enter his world, or meet an average man and build together on the hopes that he becomes successful, but he may not? Let me repeat the question. Meet a successful man, but you enter his world, right? I'm successful, multimillionaire, what's going on? You're hot, you're coming with me, boom, I'm bringing you on trips, businesses, doing all that, but you're in my world, I'm the boss, I'm the alpha. That's option A. Option B, regular dude, good guy, you're dating, he hasn't made it yet, but you have the hopes that he will. What do you prefer? Natalya?
I think with the lifestyle I have and with what I want to do, I think meeting someone who's average with the goal of becoming successful would best fit me.
Why do you think you'd rather have an average guy than a successful guy?
I think when you meet men in that phase of their grind and their hustle, I find value in going through that with a man and being reliable for that man and that support system. Sometimes I think men strive even a little more when they have that strong support system. So I would love to be like part of the reason why my man is successful is because I was able to support him.
So what happens if you never become successful? And as complimentary as you are, and as you have the ability to like breathe confidence and success, I've seen what you do. What happens if it never happens? Would you regret that decision? Like, I just had that rich dad down the block, and I just passed him up for this average broke dude.
I don't believe so. I mean, I can't really speak for that.
Yeah,
choices.
you would.
I don't know if I would because I also don't know the route of if I was to pick that successful man, I wouldn't know the sacrifices that would take either. So I think it's a matter of whatever decision you do pick, go all in on it, and then move accordingly.
Okay. I have plenty of average dudes to introduce you to.
Okay, phenomenal.
I got you.
Yes.
Bunch of average dudes. I got you.
Cool.
They have to be good looking too, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I didn't even talk about
it.
looks. Obviously, you need to be attracted to a guy.
I think there's more to it in that question. But if you're asking like just the surface level of that.
Jamie, successful dude, but you're entering his world, his frame. Average dude, and you're gonna build something together. What do you prefer?
Average dude all the way, I think, because the successful one, I have to kind of go by his rules. Like, he created his space, and I feel like there's less, I don't know. I'm not able to, like, kind of get my way as much. So I think when I'm building with somebody, we can create those boundaries of how we want our life together mutually as we grow. And I think also, you know, I don't know. I want to date a comedian, and they don't make a lot of money. So I'd be happy to give them the marketing experience to grow that and hit the stage every night.
Speaking of comedians, there's a big comedian that just moved to Miami. He used to live in on the West Coast. You know, Jaden Russell.
No.
He's huge comedian. It's right there, sitting over there.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. So if you like him tall, dark, and handsome, I got you. But he doesn't have any money yet, so he's funny.
Most comedians, and they're like the only ones I'll talk to. So.
Okay. Emily.
Hi.
Successful dude, we got to enter his world, or average guy on the hopes that he figures it out?
I think some part of me that's like, oh, I want to be saved, and I want like that knight in shining armor. It's like, oh, okay, a successful man.
Captain Save-A-Ho is what they call him.
Captain Save-A-Ho.
Shout out to Kevin Save-A.
Somebody's got to save them. They're not doing
Somebody's
got to
save these girls out there. So do you want to be saved, or you want to help build some man's empire with him?
I think I'd rather build something. 'Cause like Jamie said, I don't want to be stuck in your world and feel like I don't have any control. I don't want to be financially dependent on anyone and feel like I don't have any way to escape. I need to be independent enough that I can be good on my own.
Okay. Naomi, how you doing out there? I know you're just getting this little thing called life started. You know, I don't know too many people, and I never been to a club, but you're a gorgeous model. You're out there. What do you prefer? Successful dude, you enter his world. Average dude, you build it together.
I think it kind of depends on my mindset. Because like right now, I don't want a relationship. I'm not looking for one. So,
dream with me though. Dream. A couple years down the road, you're gonna be 21 years old. You're gonna want a man in your life. You're not gonna just be that chick with cats hanging out like your Chelsea Handler. Like.
So you're talking about if I want a relationship?
Yeah, of course.
So if I want a relationship, then I guess I would just go with the average guy.
Okay. You want the average guy. And why do you prefer an average guy over a successful guy?
Well, if I had actual feelings for him, I wouldn't really care if he had money or if he didn't.
Got it. Okay. All right. Kali, bring us home here, girl. You're married.
I think it depends.
You've been
on your
married how
age.
long?
I think a woman that's young.
Yeah.
If you meet a guy that's average, but he's a great guy, and you want to build your wealth together, awesome, and you want to, build your lives together. But when you're like in your 40s and dating, because I have a lot of friends that are in their 40s and dating.
You're right.
Yeah, you don't want a dude that has to build his life.
Average.
Like you want him to
Right.
be.
Yeah.
She's
Right.
right.
Think of
You want,
that.
you
Yeah.
want
Ask
him,
me in 5
Yes.
years.
Change
Okay.
it back with you.
Thank you.
Very
And why
valid
is
point.
that?
Because that's just, there's not a lot of time. Like, what's the average age we're living now? It's like 70s. I think the average
78.
lifespan is going down now.
I need my
You know,
retirement.
Oh, you're talking about life
I think when you
expectancy.
hit your
Time.
40s, you want to be able to travel. You want to be able to
Yes.
do things in life that aren't so grindy, right?
Yep.
And I that's where my husband and I are at right now. Like, we have really, like, 20s and 30s, because we've been married 13 years.
Oh, wow.
We were like living in a trailer next to his uncle's house, next to a freeway, right? And we had to really work to get to where we're at now. But now we own our own business. We can travel whenever we want. We don't have to get up when someone tells us to get up. And I wouldn't want to have to deal with that all over again at 41.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
You're a breath of fresh air. Thank you. Because here's where I'm going with this. It's so easy when you're
21.
21 for
Yeah.
the fifth time, 28,
29.
29, 24,
Good memory.
19. It's so easy when you're young, independent to be like, I don't need no rich guy. Like, I don't need no guy. I want to do my own thing. Like, I don't want to have to rely on no man. All the squirming answers that doesn't really. It's like cognitive dissonance when like they know they want a rich, successful guy, but the words that come out of their mouth, not just you guys, women in general, are like, no, like I want to be independent and that's my thing. And it's like, fast forward, girls, to when you're beautiful and 40 years old, like Collie over here, and you're like, I'll take the rich guy, please. You dumb young bitches, like you hang
Yeah,
out
but
with...
you're asking
Hold
us
on
where
now.
we're at now.
Okay, but what I'm saying is you got to learn some way. You're going to learn today, and it might just be right now. And so what's one of my favorite things that I always talk about, the whole thing of that, like, if you submit, I'll commit, right?
Yeah.
So this whole thing of submission is that in order for you to have an amazing life, you're gonna have to take that little part of your ego as a woman, that little part that you're like, I don't need no man, no, you tell me what to do, I don't want my daddy issues, and you're gonna have to put it away and be like, I'm with this dude, he loves me, he's successful, he's got me, he wants to be with me, and let me submit to him and he'll commit to me and we'll start a beautiful life together. The problem that I've seen, I'm not even coming at you guys because I've interviewed, how many women have I interviewed over the last month or two? I'm talking ultra, I'm talking model volleyball, I'm talking Tortuga, I'm talking Rolling Loud, 1,000 women.
Yeah, 1,000.
And what I've seen is that women, especially the younger ones, are like, no, I don't need no man, I'm making myself, I'm independent, I pay my own bills, all right, cool. And then enter beautiful, lovely Callie over here. She's like, yeah, I'm 40. I'll take the rich guy. I don't have to stress out my life. I want to travel with my man. I want to be taking care of me. So at some point, there's called the epiphany phase, where like all of a sudden, it's like the average guy who's like kind of cool and quirky. It's like, yeah, fuck that guy. Like, give me the successful guy because I want to live a good life. And the quicker a woman realizes that, the better off she'll be. Now, I get it. To hear the word submit and be submissive. As a dude, there's no bigger turnoff as a word like that for me.
There's no bigger turn on for me.
I was literally about to say, I'm getting a little turned on by this combo.
Yes, sir.
So embrace it. If that is a turn on, embrace it. And that's in all aspects of life. Do you have any problem being submissive in the bedroom?
Hell no.
No.
So why not
I literally
fucking
just
real
had
life?
I had a
I
guy
think
once.
Why
the
not in
problem
real
with
life?
women is they don't trust men like they should. There's a trust. There's trust
Yes.
issues. So they feel like because
Yeah.
men have been so demasculated, you know, they feel like we have to take the reins. I can't give the reins to this man because I don't trust him. And it actually took me 2 years to fully trust my husband when our first 2 years of marriage. And I'm telling you, those first 2 years were when we had our most like arguments and stuff like that. But once I decided, you know what, I really trust this man, because we got married in 3 months, first of all. So that's
Wow.
yeah,
Holy
we kind of
shit.
knew, right?
90-day
And,
fiance.
How many months?
3 months.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so
Nice.
you know,
You made
know.
it 15 years?
We're 13 years, yes.
Happy bar mitzvah and wedding
Yes,
years.
thank you. Thank
Yo,
you.
if he wanted to, he
But
would.
you-
Let's circumcise that marriage.
You
Yeah.
have to build that trust. women need to trust the man, and then once you can trust them, you can just let go. That is like the most euphoric place.
Tell me about that feeling. Ladies, tell me about that feeling.
This world is crazy, and to have a man that you can trust to help you navigate through this horrible place that we live with all of the craziness going on is so nice.
We played a video.
Go ahead, lead.
Thank you for that.
Lead.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
It's okay to have a man who's a leader and to be in his frame.
And especially since our emotions are so up and down because of just who we are hormonally.
Carly, you might be my favorite guest ever right now. Sometimes it takes a wise, beautiful woman who's 40 years old to spit some knowledge. I'll tell you why. That whole breath of fresh air, I've seen this twice. Yes. You're the third person that's done this. First time, Rebecca Barrett, famous housewife for the stars. Rebecca Barrett, shout out to you, Rebecca. She was a feminist. I mean, I don't mean like, yeah, I do my own money, I make my own. Like, no, I mean a hardcore feminist, shave your head, riot, wearing pussy hats, the whole thing. And she realized that she was 30 years old, whatever the number was.
Miserable.
She was miserable as fuck. She was working her ass off. The man's keeping me down. And then she got in her masculine frame and she was doing all that. And she was just like, she had an epiphany. She was like, hands off, Jesus, take the wheel. She met her husband, James. She figured it out. They're doing great. And she's like, once I took a step back and entered his world and I realized I can trust him. I'm with this man. I got him. This is what she did. She goes,
yes.
That sounds so nice.
It's such a breath of fresh air being with a man you trust.
And women are able to do that if they meet the right guy. I understand about trust. I got that, okay? Men, that's not how it works for men. Like a man's gonna wake up and works his ass off every single day. Number two, the second time, we had Ricky Red Pill on. Yeah. And we played this video.
Ricky Red Pill.
We played you were on for that episode. That's right. You were on for that. That's right. Your boy. And they played this episode of a clip that they did of this girl ranting in a car, right? Basically, she was like, I'm fucking sick of working. Yeah. Come get me. Yeah. Somebody come get me. Like freaking out. Like, I'm hot. I'm pretty. I'm friendly. Like. Come get, you remember this video?
Yeah.
Am I underplaying this at all?
My mom didn't set anything up for me, so I gotta work. I don't want to work.
He's like, we all gotta work.
Yeah.
But it was like, she was yelling what Rebecca was figuring out. And you're the third person to be like, this breath of fresh air. So I did another interview, and then I'll ask you guys this thing. I did another interview with, it was at Model Volleyball. I don't know if we're able to play this clip, but not at Model Volleyball. It was at Ultra. You know, Miami Ultra, you know this. And I interview, it's these three girls from California, and their one clearly gay friend, Carlos. Okay?
Oh, I know what you're about.
And I was like, all right, girls, you want to be single and successful or a rich man's housewife? And they were all like, single successful, you don't know me, I'm a single successful. Latino girls from LA, single successful, single successful, single successful. And then I go to Carlos, how about you, buddy? He's like, I'm independent. I can pay my own bills. I got my own car. I'm like, yeah, Carlos, it don't have the same ring to it as a man saying that. He's like, oh, why not? I'm like, because that's what a motherfucking man's supposed to do, homie. And even his girlfriends at that point were like, yeah, Carlos, like, what are you thinking, Poppy? Like, this whole deal. So when women do this whole, I'm independent, I'm single, I don't need no man, it's like, guys look at that and they're like, all right, like, best of luck, chica, okay? Because guys, as you know, guys acquire money, guys acquire status, guys acquire wealth, and they don't brag about being independent. They're like, all right, let me go get myself a dependent now. Let me go find some chick who'll be dependent on me.
They do brag about how many dependents they have.
They might have some dependent kids out there.
Yeah.
But men are built to want a woman in their life that can depend on them. So when they see these independent girls, I don't need no man doing their thing, it's like, she belongs to the streets. Like, that's that whole vibe.
I think that's big too, because I've definitely dated guys where I've done that.
Yeah.
And I felt like after they were like, I felt like you didn't need me. Like, what value am I bringing if you're just so good on your own? And it made them like insecure in the relationship. And so now, like when I talk to men, I always like think about that, and I'm like, oh, I could be, maybe I am like successful at work, but I don't have to like shove it in his face how much I don't need him. I want to actually like make him feel like I do need him and show him that I do, you know?
Well, can I give you advice?
Yeah.
Okay. Especially for a guy who's kind of done his thing and made it and is successful. Let's use Exhibit A over here. I'm just using me as an example to use his face. There's a million different men that you can put in this category that are late 30s, early 40s, been around the block, been through some shit, figured it out, made it, have success, have options out there, but they are interested in meeting a good woman. Like, for instance, for me, I would like to have a family, kids. Like, that's my goal, right? I'm breathing it into existence.
Say it again.
Right? Yeah, thanks, Nat. So, but here's my advice to you. Those men, I'm talking good looking, the guys you want, let's just say that. There's something called a plug and play. A plug and play is basically, it's like, all right, I can plug her in and let's see if it works. No, you're not gonna work. All right, plug and play. All right, let's bring this situation in. All right, this could work. A little too immature. Thanks, baby. All right, cool, this is a plug and play. You're 37 years old. It's gonna be hard to have kids with you. Plug and play out. So like a guy like that has options, and he's not asking you to like make his world completely better and like do all the stuff you're talking about. Just make his existence better, easier, less stressful. There was like an Asian lady, she gave this thing, said this famous quote that's kind of circulating right now. It's like this Asian girl, and she goes, my job, I probably got canceled by the Asian community right now. She's like, my job is to make my man, he's a dick hard, not that he's a life hard. Okay? I'm sorry.
We don't do that anymore.
Hear me out.
It's actually pretty accurate.
Hear me out. Hear me out. My job as a woman.
Oh my God, Adam.
All right, listen. Don't cancel me for my own show, woman. My job.
Adam, can you just say it regular?
No, I'm not, because this is how she spoke. Okay? I'm doing the accent. I don't give a shit. Because she was Asian. If she was a black woman and talked like this, that'd be fucking weird. But, okay, just.
So it's not weird for a white man?
Let me say the fucking quote. My life is to make my man a dick hard, not his life a hard. Okay? Now, here's a job. He make my pussy wet.
Yeah.
Not that my eyes wet. Okay? So what? Which is amazing to me. Because she's like, listen, my job, again, I'm not saying to go find some homeless broke dude and be like, let me get your dick hard, make your life hard. Like, I'm saying, we all want, at the end of the day, a good, handsome, attractive, leader, alpha, successful guy. Do
But
we
to
not?
be like completely honest, like you guys say you swing both ways, right? Both of you?
Yeah.
I feel like good men would want women that just are attracted to men. Because
Listen,
unless they're a little
girl,
bit
I don't know.
perverty.
I don't know. Some of the rich and successful men they're excited because they're like, you'll have threesomes with me.
Yeah, see,
Yeah. Some
that's not a
dudes-
good man to me. Someone who wants threesomes with, like,
Yeah.
that's...
Wow, that's a whole nother
Different
conversation.
strokes for different folks.
I like that. I like to hear your perspective
I don't
on
think
that.
a man like that would turn down his hot, gorgeous girl that he loves that wants to bring her friend over. I don't think he's gonna be like, I'm so offended right now. No. If the friend's a dude, get the fuck out of here. But if the friend's a hot friend, he's like, okay. You know, steak and lobster. All right. Anyway, we might just disagree on this thing.
So
that's
you're
fine.
into
No, but
like-
I agree with
No.
you because
That's
I've
like
had
polyamorous
rich, successful
stuff.
men.
I want one dope girl. That's what I'm looking for. One dope girl. If on my birthday she brings a friend over, thanks. Happy birthday, baby. It's all good.
What were you going
But-
to say?
I was gonna say I've talked to rich, successful men, and they're like excited that I like women, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we can do this together, and I'm like, I haven't even done this with you yet.
Exactly.
Like,
I could
what?
see them. Yeah,
That's
being,
crazy
like,
to me. Like
bringing out the, you know-
assume that we're just gonna like
Yeah.
have threesomes, and I haven't even like been on a date with you. Like, relax.
I think I would have to bring that up. I wouldn't want a man who's like constantly bringing up threesomes. That's not attractive. But if I'm like, hey, I don't want to share you, but we can share each other. That's a different story.
Superchats now?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to do some super chats.
Yeah.
If anyone desperately has to use the bathroom, you can do it now. We're doing super chats. If not, God damn it, Emily.
You go, Emily. You go, girl. Okay. Go through.
Can we get a close up on Emily as she's walking out real quick?
I'll just stay
No,
right
go
here.
ahead. Use the bathroom. Go ahead. We're going to do some super chats.
I'm nervous. Everyone pause the screen on those beautiful titties. And if you want to see more, you can find them at onlyfans.com/EmilyChestnut.
Shout out
that's
to
my
those
manager right
OnlyFans.
there.
Oh, we're going to have to talk about it. Since you brought it up, I wasn't, but okay. Nat, let's get to some chats. We got about
Alrighty,
45
let's get to
minutes
some
left
chats.
before we got to get out of here and pay some bills.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you all for the super chats today. Of course, make sure you guys subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And just a reminder, we are doing the raffle at the end, so I'm going to be reading some of the chats that are going to be in the raffle. So congratulations to those who entered. First, we have Just Jerry Podcast, the first super chat. I heard Luna was going to make an appearance. The W Pod. Save that money, W Guest. I know you had a persona, right? A character that you played on Vincent's podcast.
You would like Luna.
Yeah, you would.
I thought you were great. I saw a clip about it. It was awesome.
Shout out to
like
her.
you very
Then
much.
we have Beaten Cheeks, MLD, helping a man like Arnold Schwarzenegger, helping a leg amputee, weightlifter get better legs, dumb and reckless. And we have Shane Rossi, MLD, hiding and running from the podcast. Maybe we should put some cheese outside podcast to lure the rat back in. Just Jerry Podcast. Dylan Mulvaney is a high-value man. Changed my mind. 2 girls, 1 blunt looking fire. Kali looking fire. Then we also have, we did that one already. Being Cheeks. Due to the sympatemic and the keyboard warriors with the blue hair, hitting on women out is easy mode for me. So you red pill guys watching, touch some grass. Then we have Being Cheeks again. Guys on the chat, don't sub to any OnlyFans or spend money on corn. You will meet some nice ladies out and about. Stop enriching these entitled OnlyFans folks. Then we have Felipe Rodriguez with the highest chat today. He said BTC and Ethereum, Bitcoin and Ethereum, are purely speculative assets that cannot solve any real-world financial problems. For example, let's use Swift. Ethereum would take over the day to process the daily volume. Bitcoin is 120 days and XRP less than 8 hours. Then we have Chris. Natalya is very unprofessional to the dog pile on the guests, even if it was personal feelings involved. With that being said, MLD did try and skirt accountability. Then we have Being Cheeks again. He said, Jamie wants a broke simp to run all over and get him to be miserable. Real men want to stay away from you. Don't worry if you bump into you soon. I will own up to the super chat and previous ones about you. Then we have Just Jerry Podcast. Why is it when men feels a certain ways, it's automatically insecure? Like men feel like you don't need them. W Asian, W Adam. And then let me make sure we don't have any new chats.
We'll get to that in a second. We'll do that at the end. Thank you, Nat. Okay. Thank you for reading the super chats.
Yep.
We're going to be doing super chats again at the end, and then we're going to do a raffle.
Yay.
We're going to do the damn thing.
Yay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now's your chance to shit on men. Okay? Take a
I'm
second.
not into that.
You're what?
Unless they
I
pay
don't
me.
like that, Adam.
To call out men for some of their bad behaviors or their bad unattractive traits. Because right here, we're going to go over the 13 most unattractive traits that men possess that repulse women. So gentlemen, we just talked about constructive criticism to the women out here about how they got to fix their lives and they got to have some accountability. They got to have some less delusions of grandeur. And sometimes they got to submit, be submissive, and if they want the man that they want. Now it's your chance to like, oh man, this might be me right here. Take a look in the mirror and listen to the 13 most unattractive traits that repulse women. I believe we have that article, but we're going to go very fast. You can show the headline. The 13 things that guys do that aren't attractive to women.
Who wants grown men?
Who want grown-ass men. I'm going to go down the list here. You could read along if you want, Joe. If not. All right. So number 1, you guys remember in your minds, you're smart, you're intelligent, you got memories.
Oh, thank you.
Remember the ones that stick out to you the most. Number 1, being needy and being needed to be taken care of 24/7. That's number 1. Are you
Mama's
a needy dude
boy.
out there? Mama's boy. Okay. Number 2, telling her, get back in the kitchen. That whole mentality. Put your ass back in the kitchen like it's the 1950s. Make me a sandwich.
Bitch.
Something's, you know what?
Listen, I
You
feel
said
like
it.
you should be making your men sandwiches.
Okay.
Amen.
That one-
Sister.
Number 3, having weight requirements for dates. You too big, girl. I'm sorry. You gotta lose some weight. That's unattractive. That's I think that's just accountability right there.
Yeah, that's just preference.
That's just accountability. Number 4 is kind of like number 1, being a mama's boy.
Ugh.
There's nothing wrong with loving your mom. I love the fuck out of my mom. Mom, if you're watching, I love you. I'm taking you on a trip soon.
Oh.
I am. Taking her to Israel. She hasn't been in like years. I'm taking her.
I actually won't date men who have moms.
You won't?
I only date orphans. Yeah. If Batman was single, oh boy, I'd be hitting him up.
Yeah, the problem is he's already successful and you don't want to enter his frame. You're not trying to be Batman.
I'd enter that bat cave though.
He can enter mine.
He can enter my bat cave. If you know what I mean.
I heard it's got a lot of bats.
It's a little dusty.
Yeah, it's got some cobwebs.
Oh shit, those been knocked off, honey.
Yeah, all right. So being a mama's boy. Number 5, negging.
The worst.
If you ever read the book, The Game, that's Neil Strauss. Negging
I've never heard of that.
is being like, I hate your
worst.
outfit.
It
Why would you wear
sucks.
that today? And you'd be like, what the you know,
like the male
Naomi, what are you, a
version of
gangster?
It's like
what are you, a little
backhanded
handkerchief? Like, what do you got
It's
going
like
on
putting
right
you
there?
down to make you insecure so they can come in. It's to make them feel better.
Now, there's a difference between purposely negging to be like, I read the book and now I have to neg her and now I have to make fun of her because that's what the book says. But there's also the other side of it that's like, you know, cute, fun, like messing with a girl. I feel
Yeah.
like girls like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like-
Being from Boston, too, like us,
Yeah.
we love men who can dish it and also take it.
Yeah.
Like, when
Yeah.
they don't get mad that we're kind of giving them shit back,
Yeah.
too. And we can go that,
But
like,
there's a level of it.
It's like the backhanded compliment. Or it's just like,
Yeah.
if it goes on for a long time, that's like a pattern of like abuse almost in the
Yeah.
sense like it leads to that because you're constantly trying to break someone's self-esteem down
Yeah.
so that they feel it's basically so that you can step in and be like the more confident one and have more control over the situation.
Yeah, like here's a good neg versus a bad neg. So Naomi walks in the room. I'm like, oh shit, we got a gangster in the house today. Like, don't shoot the place up. It's fun. It's cute.
Yeah.
Like I had to check
I
her. I had to remove her gun when she walked in. I know she's not gonna be like okay, or like your outfit looks horrible and you look fat. That's like
I feel like it's
that's not a good look. That's not the. I'm giving an example here,
Yeah.
but one's fun, one's cute, one's playful, one's like cruel and mean.
One's putting you down.
Know the difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it's less even just like an insult. It's like something that comes out and it's like, is that insulting?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I had a comedian that I was talking to, and I was like new in comedy, and we like played back and forth, very playful. The banter was great. And then at some point, that banter started to get like a little weird, and he'd be like, "Yeah, well, you're not good at comedy." And he was like, well, you're new. No one's good at comedy. But he always had to keep saying it. He's like, once you're on my level, you'll know. And it wasn't in a way of like being constructive. And it wasn't in a way to like just state that I was a new comedian. It was like letting me know my place. Like, I feel like that's negging. And I'm like, you just
Okay.
want me to feel not confident
Belittled.
because then you're the big comedian. Does that make sense?
So know the difference is all I'm saying. Guys, despite some of the things you might hear online, I'm going to go ahead and assume that you're going to want a woman in your life. Whether it's a girlfriend, a wife, some chick that you can just bang, whatever you want. Okay? This is why I'm not part of the MGTOW association of men going on their own way. There's like, I don't deal with women whatsoever. It's like, really? Just hang out with all dudes? It's like, I did that when I was
That sounds a little gay,
yeah,
huh?
that sounds very gay, actually.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm very clear. I hang out with women. I have friends with women. But I ain't married to most of these women. Like, there's a difference. You can delineate. Delineate.
There it is.
I'm working on
You
my
got
words,
it there,
guys.
partner.
Sorry. If I had a good woman in my life that know how to speak English, maybe she'd teach me how to speak like that. I'm looking for that girl. But if you want women in your life, some of these things maybe you got to improve. And here's one of them. Bro behavior, number 6. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Being a fucking frat bro. Like, at some point, you got to grow up from a frat boy to a frat man.
Yeah.
To a man.
A frat man.
Yes or no?
Yeah, it's weird when you
Yeah.
see like a 35-year-old man who still looks like a college lax bro.
Oh, great call.
Run away.
I'm in New York. This is last month. Our friend Marcelo. Shout out to Marcelo.
Hell yeah.
He's on SNL.
Shout out Marcelo.
It was an episode that Ana de Armas was hosting. He invites me to the after party. We're there. We're hanging out with the whole cast. And Ana de Armas, Marcelo, the whole cast, SNL. They're all there. They're doing their thing. And we go to the after party's after party. and I swear to God, I run into a buddy I haven't seen since college, and he has not changed. Hat backwards, baggy jeans. This is in New York City. And he's like, yo, what up, Sos? Remember me, Mikey? I was like, you're the same guy. He's like, I don't change, bro. Can't change me. It's like, homie, you should have changed a lot in 20 years. Can't change me, dog. Like, I'm like, dude, imagine if I showed up to a show that I'm hosting or a professional job looking the way I looked like in college. It's like the bro thing just gets a little old. Be a man. You can be a homie. You can be cool. You can be a friend. But at some point, you got to grow up.
You don't want someone who peaked in high school or college. You don't want someone who peaked in high school.
No, that's very true.
Like, and there's a lot of dudes like that
because they don't change.
And they talk about their glory days and they're
the Al Bundys of the world.
Yes,
if you remember that.
I was an all-star
Cole Cock, 4 touchdowns.
I would have been MLB except I fractured my knee way back in '97.
Oh, I've heard that.
Because they're still heading down. I mean, we're never stagnant. People are either getting better in their lives or they're getting worse.
So true.
So they're going to get worse.
We are never stagnant. You're either improving or you're declining.
Oh, love it.
Dude, I love you.
She has a husband.
Colleen.
And a dog.
Clearly a good man. Number 7 on this list that Joey's doing so great of a job is playing the pity card. The victim. We talked about this for days. Like, stop it.
The worst.
Number 8. Joe, you can throw this thing up. Number 8, being a slacker. That's just somebody that lacks ambition. That's somebody that just doesn't have drive, motivation. They probably have the wrong people in their ear. It's just fine. Be average. You don't need to improve. Just, do it tomorrow. Procrastinate. Slacker. Number 9, I'd love to get your thoughts on this. Being a pothead or a binge drinker. You guys host a podcast called 2 Girls, 1 Blunt.
Yeah. So
we like stoners.
What are your thoughts on pothead dudes?
I like guys who can smoke weed, but I don't like anyone who can't do anything else. Does that make sense? Like,
or if you make it your whole personality.
That's unattractive. I'm like, what else are you doing with your life? You live in a van and you're making
Down
no
by the
money
river.
and you're smoking a ton of weed. Like, that's not attractive. Like, we're doing well, so like, I'm gonna smoke a blunt at the end of the day, just like somebody would have a glass of wine.
Well, I will say one thing that I know of tons of buddies, like you're saying, they're just like pot-headed out, man. Like just, then there's some people that will smoke and get super creative.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll go to the gym.
Yep.
It'll kind of like inspire certain things that they don't do. It's like, just because you smoke weed doesn't mean you're a pothead. There's a big difference.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah?
I know a ton of UFC fighters and they smoke a ton of weed.
Yeah, I would.
And they're doing great.
I know a lot of professional athletes. I used to be in that world. They all smoke pot.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, for the NFL guys especially, I would much rather them smoke pot than pop pills.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, Nat. Thanks. Nat gave that face. I was like,
Better tell him, Sauce. Tell him, Sauce.
Papa pills, y'all cha-ching. Number 10, being a party animal.
I think that kind of ties into the previous one. You don't want anyone who's too dependent on any substances, even if that substance or like that addictive behavior is going out.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'll say to that. Like kind of how you said, I don't mind someone that smokes a joint, but I don't want someone that lives their whole life to smoke joints. The party animal guys, okay, I consider myself, here it is, full disclosure guys, here it is, come at me, a weekend warrior.
Yeah.
I work my f***ing ass off Monday through Saturday, okay? And on the 7th day, he rests. So Saturday night, you might catch me at a party, you might catch me at a club, you might catch me at 11, you might catch me in these streets. I'm in these streets. Shout out to the people but
you're also doing things. Like every time I've seen you, you're talking to people, you're networking. Like there's a reason you're there.
He literally goes out for that.
You're not just like getting shit faced at a club.
No, I don't, but I like to go out. I'm a social creature. When I take you out, I remember, I'll never forget.
Networking, here.
I even said,
meet this guy, meet this girl. Oh, look, we co-host. Like,
you gotta
you're
have
on it.
Yeah, like I've done the shit face thing. That was the bro college days. Nat came to my place with our other buddy that one time, and they're like, "Yo, let's get ready to party." I was like, "We are going out to network and socialize. We are not going out to party." They're like, "Oh no, we're not.
No,
going to the club."
2 drink minimum.
I'm like, "You can have some drinks, you can smoke some stuff, whatever you want to do. But we're out to get business done."
Right.
Right? Intentionality. So you can be a party animal without being a party animal.
Social
Okay.
creature.
Yeah. But I think you party like you. I think like you. What you find joy in is like the networking, because every time we go out, you're always networking. You're
Yeah,
like,
I'm always
this
getting
and that,
them.
and like
I'm
he's
always getting phone
on it.
numbers. Yeah, I'm always networking.
Girls and
That's
boys.
smart.
Why you put me on blast?
I said girls and men.
That just means you're smooth.
That's
with
really
a
it.
good
just girls.
thing.
That means you're
Girl-
smooth.
well,
with
if you
it.
meet like
Yeah.
somebody in like a network, you know, you connect.
To
with
be
them.
honest with you, I'm very disinterested in getting dudes' phone numbers.
No,
like
I
if
know.
I get a dude's phone number, it's like, all right, like you're worth following up on some business.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, but definitely the ladies.
Why are you putting me out there like
I'm
that?
not putting you out there.
She's
just
giving you a
giving you the
compliment.
credibility you deserve.
Okay. That's credibility?
Yeah, you talk about ladies and how to talk to ladies and how
Right.
this is how ladies
So you
will
know it
respect
works
you.
in real life.
And I'm giving you the credibility that it's true.
It works.
Like you do your thing.
Here, give me your phone number.
Okay.
Boom. Number 11, pipe dreams. This is what I would call, you know how everyone, these delusional hoes, these delusional 304s. It's like, there's some delusional dudes out there.
Oh, yeah.
Who are just like, hey man, I'm gonna be a rapper. It's like, you're 38 and you've never had a hit song, nothing. It's like, nah man, we're gonna do it. There's a lot of guys out there that are delusional, and that's fine if you want to dream and dream big, but at some point, maybe you're not gonna be that rapper.
There's nothing
And,
wrong
and
with
we can
dreaming
fill in the
big.
blank for rapper,
There-
for athlete, businessman, CEO, entrepreneur, doctor, lawyer, whatever it is. But they have fantasy land, and sometimes you kind of got to live in reality. No?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But women shouldn't be dream killers either.
Yeah.
For
I've
sure.
Seen that. I've seen that a lot, where
Yeah.
we like discourage and say, "Oh, you can never do that," or "It's not going to be that." Because I know men do, because we're more pragmatic, I guess.
You think women are more
I
pragmatic?
mean, I would say negative, like about big dreams. At least that's how I've always
It's like
been.
the confidence gap.
Yeah,
Men are
exactly.
more likely to be like, I can do it.
Yeah, I'm not. There's a lot of women that will know that they could never be like a supermodel, right? But there's men that are more, thinking they're really handsome when they're not.
I
like
think
there's a
you
lot
bring
of
up a great point about some women are just dream killers.
Yes.
And there's dream killers. There's women who are not on, maybe they don't fully believe in what you got going on. There's women who have limited beliefs. And I fully agree.
Limited beliefs. That's what.
Yes.
And
You
that's
need
what
to cut those
I've
women
been guilty
out
of that
of
with my
your
husband,
life.
and I'm so mad. I'm so glad I didn't listen to that, and that I stopped myself and like let him lead on some of these dreams that I thought were like, wow, we really are going to open our own school and all of this. So, don't be a dream killer.
Congrats to you for not
Yeah.
killing your man's dreams. Two more. Being obnoxiously loud to get attention. The loud dude. I know you're like a man who's calm, cool, and collected and stoic.
Yeah, when they're
Especially
too
in
much,
the
makes
face
me
of
nervous.
danger.
Yeah, it makes me nervous when they're too loud.
It's
Take it down
embarrassing.
a notch, guys.
Yeah, relax.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the advice that I gave to John Morant the other day? I was like, sometimes don't be yourself. I said, just be yourself, man. Just be yourself.
Sometimes you
What's
shouldn't.
wrong with being yourself? Be 90% of yourself. Be 98% of yourself. For some of you motherfuckers out there, be 50% of yourself.
Or just know when to
Especially
turn it on.
with cameras everywhere and social media. Don't be 100% of yourself, your authentic self, at all times.
I think it's
Please
about
don't.
it's about being aware. Like even if you're drinking, you need to be aware of your own limits. When you're outside and around people, you need to be aware of where you need to shut the fuck up and where you can take it up a notch and kick it with your friends. And not everybody has that common sense.
I used to teach that to my high schoolers because I would say there's your professional self and then there's yourself at home and with your friends, and just make sure you find those two. And
Yeah.
because if you bring the person that you are at home with your friends into the classroom, you're gonna get kicked out.
Yes.
And like being
Don't be
adaptable.
yourself. What was the famous
But it's
quote
still
from
you.
Chris
It's
Rock?
just a professional version.
What was the famous
Yeah.
Chris Rock quote? He's like, you go on a date with a man, you're not meeting him, you're meeting his representative. Right? He shows up like, yes, hi, I'm Rick. I'm here to, he's like, I would fuck the shit out of you. Don't say it out loud, but you're meeting his representative.
Yeah.
Don't be yourself. I'm going to take a stand out there. Everyone talks about being yourself. You, don't be yourself, buddy. And last but not least, number 13, these are the 13 most unattractive traits in men that repulse women. Doing stupid stunts to show off to girls.
Like revving the car engine.
Oh, is that your thing?
Yeah, they're like,
Okay.
they expect girls to be like,
Oh my God, you have a
the car
car?
is so loud. It's like
When I see a loud car go past, I'm like, oh, you have a small dick, don't you?
What were you gonna say, Naomi?
Nothing. I just feel like, well, where I work, I see that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm right at this intersection, and all these guys rev their cars, and there are a lot of attractive girls within that area too.
Swan?
Yeah, Swan, the
Yeah.
design district. So, and I think that guys just do that because they're like really insecure. I
They
feel
just
like,
want attention.
Yeah, they just want to. They
It's
just
like,
look
look
for
at me,
attention.
Mom. You never noticed
What
me.
else? What else comes to mind other than the revving of the engine? Stupid stunts to impress women.
Like driving crazy.
Wheelie.
So a lot of
One.
car stuff.
Uneducated.
Yeah,
Collie.
like that's cool to like drive really
one.
crazy and like almost kill me. No
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I get nauseous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I never see smart men doing that.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
They don't.
They don't.
So a lot of stuff with cars.
I guess so.
Hey, Uber life, y'all. Bang bang.
Life is
Uber
life.
everywhere.
Just have someone else drive.
You know what I
Life.
do to impress a girl? I tell my Uber driver to step on it. Step on it, Hefe.
You're like,
Sí,
follow
señor,
that
we
car.
got you. So stupid stunts to show off to girls. All right, ladies, of these 13 things, what stuck out to you the most? There's one thing that stuck out to you most. I'll read them back to you real quick. You let me know your number one thing. Number one, being too needy, needing to be taken care of 24/7. Number two, get back in the kitchen, bitch. Number two, having weight requirements for dates. Number four, being a mama's boy. 5, negging. 6, bro behavior. 7, playing the pity card, the victim. 8, being a slacker. 9, being a pothead or binge drinker. 10, being a party animal. 11, pipe dreams, the delusional version of a man. 12, being obnoxiously loud to get attention. Or number 13, the stupid stunts in the cars. Kali, take us home. What was number one on your
Being
list?
too needy.
Too needy.
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding. Can we
Yes.
get that up on the... Okay.
Well,
we
you
don't
know-
have that sound effect yet.
Well, one thing my husband's really good about doing this is he takes like his biggest issues to God. It doesn't burden me with that. I think I tend to worry a lot, and I know a lot of women are like that. They just worry. And
Okay.
it's nice to not have to worry about your husband. I'm already worried about so many things in this world. I want to know that my man is okay and secure and happy, and I don't have to worry about that because he takes his biggest issues to
Do
God.
you hear that, gentlemen?
Yes.
That is from a happily married woman with her husband in the back with the dog right now.
Yes, and I don't want to be
Naomi?
his counselor or anything like that.
I love that. Naomi,
I have to
who's
say-
like the younger version of Kali,
Yes.
I have to say being needy too.
being needy.
I just feel like when men are really needy, I feel like they're very emotional, and I'm not the biggest fan of emotion.
You're, you're not an emotional person.
No, it kind of cringes me out.
Okay. Give us an example.
Like one time a guy gave me flowers and I told him to get out.
No.
Oh, that
I
chick
think-
gave you flowers, though.
There's something that needs to be healed.
Yeah, I think
there.
you're just emotionally unavailable, babe. I've been
yeah,
there.
no, but the thing is, I told him I didn't want a relationship, and I told him like I wasn't in that place, and it wasn't gonna be anything serious, and he just didn't get that. He kept
Gotcha.
bugging me about it, and he
It's
kept
called, like they say in this community, simp. He's
He was
being
simping.
simping.
and
It was simping, not pimping. You
not
already
see-
told
it's
him
not seeing
multiple times.
reality.
yeah, and it was
It's
just
being
to a point where
delusional.
I was
He was
like,
being
I
it's like
didn't know
that
what
one
else to
video.
do.
Yeah, with the
that we
guy was sitting
played.
outside.
The guy was standing outside his, I don't know, the girl he
Girlfriend?
likes house. This was like in Mexico somewhere.
Yeah.
And he's like playing the guitar, singing. He's like, oh, mi amor, ¿cómo está? And she's like standing, there's a gate. And he's standing there, the girl's standing there just like,
Oh, man.
she's kind of giving him like a slow nod, like no.
Oh, no.
And then like out, like from the house, like swings open the door.
Here comes this man with
Dude in a cowboy hat comes walking
Yeah.
out, puts his arms around the girl, and he's like, meanwhile, the guy's, mi amor. It was
sad.
That's
simp
great.
to the highest level. Never be that dude.
But I didn't just like kick him out. Like I was just like, I gave it 10 minutes, and I was like, I got something I need to do. Like,
I gotta go.
gotta go.
You pulled the whole Homer Simpson into the bush thing.
Bye-bye.
But maybe Emily hit the nail on the head. Maybe you're emotionally unavailable right
And
now.
that's okay.
Yeah, no, I think for sure it's been like that for a while.
Because
and
I'm like,
I'm
I want
okay
someone
with
to buy
it.
me flowers.
I want you
I
to.
love
I want
flowers, too.
Kali, hold her hand. Emily, hold her other hand. Go ahead, do it. Tell her it's going to be okay.
This is a safe space.
You're in a safe space.
You are loved.
19 is
and
a
you
hard
are
age.
Yeah.
so
It's
smart
just-
and beautiful.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm clammy. I'm a clammy girl.
Listen, guys, this is a finance show. It's a romance show. This is also a fucking therapy session out here. Naomi, you deserve love. You're going to find some love.
I've never been in a relationship. I don't want
Well,
one.
we going to get you one,
She
girl.
can wait.
We got a lot of dudes out there
Are your parents divorced?
falling in line.
Yeah.
All right. Good old Emily. Bang, bang. Been there, done that.
That'll get you.
All right, Emily, what was the most unattractive trait to you?
It's between being too like self-pitying, like the victim, not taking accountability, and then being a slacker. And I think those two kind of go hand in hand.
Loser vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a fan.
Not a fan. We're all about self-improvement here on the SOSCAST. Jamie.
Yeah, I think all the emotional ones are like the slacker, like you're not doing much, the pity, like
Because
victim
if I know one
mindset.
thing about you guys are hustlers.
Yeah, like I don't pity myself or like slack on like I take accountability for that shit and I get what I need to get done, and so if my man's not doing that, that's embarrassing. Like I can't be the only one doing it.
All
You
right.
should actually be doing more than me.
Nat, what you got?
If I were to round it all up, I would say like the bro behavior one. I think that it includes like the drinking, the whining, all of that like kiddish type of behavior. So I would pick the bro one because that, for me, grasped all of the ones I didn't like.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here we go.
I want to talk a couple different things right now. We got about 15 minutes left before we wrap up. So if I cut you off at any point, it's not because I don't love you or respect you. It's just that we gotta get things moving. So the question here is, get back in the cave, sir.
We love you, Eric.
You see that guy's face? It's just like
We love Eric here.
Come on, Eric.
you do.
We do.
Shout out to Derek. Pull up that Kevin Hart thing right now. This is a quick story. I have a good friend over there. I don't want him to get offended over there because he's not the tallest guy, but I want to understand why women don't like short kings.
Who?
I
Who's
do.
Okay.
women?
Huh?
Who's women?
Who's women?
Yeah, I like short kings.
Well, then this is going to be a great conversation.
Angel in the bag.
So there's the height bias in dating. So here it is. Nearly 50% of women want to date men taller than them, and specifically 8 inches or more to be exact. So the average
shit.
height of a woman is 5'4". The average height of a man is 5'9". I'm 5'11 and a half. You know I motherfucker round up to 6, dog.
Yeah, you do.
Just kidding. I'm 6'1". I'm just kidding. Based on the numbers, a man who's typically 5'9" would need to be 6 foot based on the 8-inch rule. Not that 8-inch rule you're thinking of, Emily. So that's 3 inches taller for the average man to have a chance with the average woman. So ladies, how important is height to you? Let's go with the tall girl first.
I don't.
You're how tall?
I'm 5'9" and a half.
5'9" and a half.
Oh,
You
wow.
have my permission to roll up. 5'10".
Yes.
Go ahead. What's the shortest guy you would date? I know you're not dating right now. You're emotionally unavailable.
Probably like 6'1".
6'1". So you meet an amazing, awesome, successful, attractive dude. He's 5'9". That's your friend.
I just don't think I would find him attractive, just because, like,
Sorry, Angel.
I feel like it's like a big, it's just like a big thing for me. Like, I can't be with someone who's shorter than me. I can't. And it's not just that. It also goes along with their personality. I feel like they're more insecure and more needy, just because, like.
Yeah.
And like if they might not feel as masculine, because they're shorter. And for that, like to me, it's just like.
There is some truth in that, especially, ready for it, when the girl puts on heels. The girl I dated
Yeah.
throughout college, her name was Naomi. Shout out to you if you're listening. We're still in touch. We're still friends. She's married, kids. She's your height. She's 5'9", but she would put on heels. All of a sudden, she's 6'1".
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot. I'd be like, so I love you, babe. There is a part of it,
Yeah.
especially younger guys that aren't maybe necessarily fully secure in everything that's going on. Why that would be an insecure situation.
I
for
feel
sure.
like it also comes along with a lot of jealousy with those types of guys too. Just because the same reasoning.
So 6'1" is your cutoff.
Yeah.
Okay. Nat, what's the shortest guy you would date?
Probably my height. I'm not a big person on like height. Actually, if they're too tall, it makes me uncomfortable. I actually went on a date when I first moved out here, and like we had a lot of things in common, but he was way too tall, and it was like this awkward like I don't know. I just didn't know how to really handle someone
So
like
nobody
that
knows.
tall.
Nobody knows your height. So give numbers.
I'm 5'3.5", roll up to 4. So I would
So
say
you
like
would date a guy who's 5'4"?
I would. I don't really. I'm not.
What happens
I
when
feel
you
like,
put What happens when you put heels on?
I don't know. I feel like short guys, they are almost a little bit more confident because, like, you know, they have to compensate for their height.
You know what
their
these
lack of height.
short guys got.
I think
know?
some short
They're a
guys
little
have great
funnier, They make a little bit
personalities.
more of an effort because they have to compensate for the lack of height.
They got a kickstand going on.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm
Three-legged
not.
stool.
Height's really like.
Angel, how
not a
tall are
big
you,
deal.
bro? 5'3". Get your little 5'3" ass over here for a second. Come on.
But he's
Get over here.
confident. Angel
Get
walks
them
around
sweet
confident.
cheeks
He
over
This
doesn't
guy,
here.
he's
walk
a
around
sick
like.
DJ,
Yeah.
editor,
Yo,
production.
he's
Great.
confident.
Come on stage,
Personality.
homie.
Good
dude.
personality.
Get on stage. Shout out to Angel, baby.
Yeah.
Come behind here. Come behind here. Nat, go back to back with Angel right now. Get your ass up, girl. Back to back.
She's got heels on.
Do they want them in front here? Where do we want them?
Heels.
Okay. Take your heels off. What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Oh no, heels on. Heels on at first. Okay. Back to back.
Oh, that's cute.
I feel like that's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys look cute.
Now take the heels off. That's my short king, Angel, right there.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay.
This is okay.
All right.
I'm okay. You
Okay.
I'm okay.
All right. You're not off the hook yet. Naomi, stand up.
Oh man.
Let's go.
Sure, she's tall.
Come
Damn.
right this way.
I wish I was tall.
We're about to do the sprint bar.
Oh, let me not.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, oh yeah.
So it's like, I
All right. And she's not wearing heels.
No.
Give her a hug if you would.
They're cute.
Dun,
it.
dun, 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 dun.
So we have a friend.
Thank you for being a good sport. Thank you for being a good sport. Angel, we love you. But he's got a great personality and a great attitude. Okay.
Yeah.
Jamie,
I was gonna say we have a friend. She's 6'2", and how tall is her boyfriend?
Her man's is my height, 5'4".
Yeah, 5'4", and she's like not like 6'2", like skinny. Like she's 6'2",
Thickums.
BBL.
She's
she
a
got it?
and he's like,
Yeah,
he's
that's-
like looks like a little mini Kevin Hart next to her.
That's not gonna
and
work
we're
for
like, and he
No,
loves
it works. It works.
He stands there proudly.
Wait, this
All
goes
right.
into my next point. Do you
Yes.
think that women are overcompensating for height because the average penis size in America is only 5.6 inches erect? So we're trying to find our inches elsewhere.
you tell me. I don't know.
That's what I'm asking.
I don't
the
know this
ladies out
information.
there.
I feel like
Nor
that's
do I
good.
have this problem. This is news to me.
These facts.
I don't know nothing about this. But okay.
Yeah,
me,
no, I
it's not
looked
like
up the
that.
average erect penis size, and it was very disappointing.
Why are you saying
You would,
erect
Emily.
Who would
penis?
participate
Okay.
in that study, though?
What's
Except
that?
for, like, who would participate in that study?
Horny
though?
ass women
Yeah,
looking
no,
for
like
some
the
dick
men,
sizes.
the men who would go and like
Yeah.
do that.
I got it.
Probably the
Listen,
small.
the
ones.
Polly,
hit a lot.
how tall are you and how tall is your husband?
My husband's 6 foot. I'm 5'5".
Oh,
But I
okay.
think muscles are more important than height.
I agree.
That love muscle.
Interesting.
And a short man can build muscle easily because
Yeah,
they have
that is
a
true.
smaller hinging or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my husband taught me.
Science.
Last piece of advice, and then we got to wrap up with the happy ending.
Oh.
What can a man do? You said muscles. What can a man do if he's a short king like Angel out here, 5'3", you're 5'4", you're 5'5", 5'6", whatever. What can he do? What can he bring to the table
Oh.
to overcompensate the height situation? Em?
Easy. Make me laugh. If you can make me laugh, you can make me come, baby. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Okay, Jamie.
Or just make me come.
Or just that. Okay.
Amen, sister.
What can a man do?
Like
Quickly, go. What can he do?
Confidence. I would say that level of confidence.
Confidence is key.
Yeah, don't be insecure about it.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing
Be
more
confident.
unattractive
You said
than a man that's
muscles?
insecure about it.
Well, muscles and also love you.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hello. Is there anything he could do, or he's just friend zoned if he's not?
No, I think it would depend a lot on the personality. Like she said, confidence,
Okay.
being funny is a lot.
Confidence on a third leg. It'll get him every time.
Amen.
All right. Thank you guys for being candid. Thank you, Angel, for coming on here. We're gonna do the final super chats.
Well, we can actually do the wheel. We read through the. Or actually, I have a few more super chats, and then we
Okay.
can do the wheel.
Where's
Yeah,
my
because
happy
after
ending?
we're done with the super chats, we'll do the wheel, we'll do the giveaway, and then
Right.
we'll wrap up this party.
Okay, I want to make sure I don't miss
Oh,
any.
stretch them mamas out.
I'm waiting for my happy ending.
Okay.
Oh, it's coming.
Angel, get back over here.
It's coming. It's Flanagan's. Whoever says girls aren't funny doesn't know two girls, one blonde. Now they're not as funny as men. I'm not, let's be clear here. But
listen, Buster.
some girls can be funny.
Come to our comedy show tonight and you'll see.
Dude, I went last time. I was the only person there. Stop.
No.
You didn't even show up. You're just like my dad.
Invite me. I'll show up.
Tonight, Aficionados, Brickell, 9 p.m.
There's a Heat game.
Yeah. Tonight's not a good night.
No,
Yeah, we're all
man.
gonna be
Nobody's
inside.
showing up tonight.
Yeah.
The Heat are playing.
That's that.
Anyway, let's go here.
Okay.
Else,
All right.
we're gonna get in trouble.
All right, cool. So super chats, TRC, thank you. Don't bring hosts to the live podcast.
Oh, they'll be there.
Then we have Jay. Shout out to MLD for providing value and helping people find their paths and careers. Shout out to Adam for the conversation skills. Zequilla. And then we have TRC again. Complacency breeds stagnation. And then we have Mateo. Adam, you're wrong for letting co-host disrespect MLD in the platform. Then we have Beaten Cheeks. Emotionally unavailable. I want to get ran through for 10 years and trauma dump on a simp that worked his butt off for money and take it all after. Then we have TRC. Why 3 girls? Adams, their gross issues. Didn't get that one, TRC. And then let me see if there's any more. And if not, dun, dun, dun. All right, I think it's time for us to do the wheel of names. Here we go. Thank you for super chats.
Drum roll.
And it is Felipe Rodriguez. Alrighty, Felipe.
Felipe Rodriguez with a double roll.
So what we'll do, Felipe, we did this with the other one. If you want to screenshot your super chats to me, and then you can DM me with the proof of your with the proof of your super chat, and then I will get your email and email you over your tickets to the podcast. And congratulations for getting your tickets for the Fresh and Fit.
We'll see you,
event.
Felipe, at the show.
Yes.
June 2nd, Fresh and Fit, live podcast here on the SOSCAST at Valuetainment. Congratulations.
Yes.
For that.
Yay.
All right, it is now time for the happy ending. Let's wrap up. Thank you, Two Girls, One Blonde, for being here.
Thank you for having us.
You always make it a fun event. Subscribe to your podcast. Go ahead and let them know where to find you guys. Go ahead.
All right, you guys can find us at Two Girls One Blunt Pod on all platforms. It's the number 2 and the number 1. And you can find me at The Jamie Lee Show.
And you can find me at Loud Emily. You can find us both on OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/EmilyChestnut and onlyfans.com/thatfunnygirlj.
OnlyFans, girls. All right. Naomi, you're emotionally unavailable. You had a counseling session. We're big fans of you. This is your second time on the podcast. You're coming out of your shell. I don't know why I feel inclined to help you do that. I don't know. I'm just...
Hey, I only go to my therapist once.
Okay. What'd you say?
I only go to my therapist once.
Okay, once a month. Where can the people find you? What would you like to say?
I would like to say a shout out to the Source Models and Model Scout. And you can follow me on Instagram at Naomi, Naomi, _.Hernandez.
_.Hernandez.
Yes.
So if you think you're DMing at Naomi _Hernandez, it's the wrong girl.
Yeah.
Add that dot. Kali, to say that I've been impressed with you today would be an understatement. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Thank you for bringing your husband and your dog. I don't know who you love more, but
My husband.
spread the love.
Hands down. Yes. I would be devastated if I ever lost my husband.
All right, good. Where can the people find you? Give us a shout out.
Kali Fontanilla. Also, last name is very important to women.
Spell it.
I asked my husband the first 2 hours what was his last name, and I got my husband's last name Fontanilla, Fontanilla, and it's Kali. So Kali Fontanilla, and I'm on all platforms.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Nat.
Happy ending. Shout out to SOSCAST. Thanks for being a place where we can come and have conversations about certain topics and, say some unpopular opinions. And shout out to Valuetainment for being a hub of, providing value and entertainment for the audience out there. And of course, shout out to the audience. Thank you all for tuning in, into the SOSCAST and being part of the family. We appreciate you and we are excited to see you at the live event. We do have one more super chat that I'll just say. I'm 5'6". This is from Al. Shout out to Nat for not rejecting the Short Kings. We love you. We love you too. But that's it for my happy ending. And that's what I have to say.
Thank you. Today's Thursday.
Yes.
We are 8 days away from a big event here. Get your tickets. It's going to be a packed house. It's going to be sick, fresh and fit. We're all going to be there. I hope to see you there. And then here's my request to you. If you're watching the end of the show, submit who you would like to see at the next live event. We're already thinking ahead.
2 girls, 1 blunt.
Okay? Well, maybe you guys will come to this one. All
It'll
right.
be smoky.
Submit in the comments who you would love to see. No name is off limits. Let us know whether it's my show, whether it's PBD Podcast. Who would you like to see a live show with? Let us know here. We're in Fort Lauderdale. We have a 6 space if it's 200 people. Live podcast space. This is what we do. We're just getting started. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking the video. We'll see you next week.
Whoop, whoop.
Enjoy the weekend. We out.
Where's my happy ending?
Right here.